Zoro, but I'm probably playing Up Luffy for a little bit. It's just,
Dude, you're such a fucking bandwagon.
yeah, I know.
And then Mihawk is like fraud watch. I'm putting Mihawk on fraud watch. That deck should not be real.
We have a boom going back on with TCGs. Logan Paul is back in the picture. Are we back in a COVID run right now? Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy Northside Plow with Pop.1 Podcast. Here, my boy Alexander Valito.
Welcome back.
My boy Brian Ha.
Hello.
Welcome back, boys. It seems like it's been so long. You know, holidays just been getting in the way. I just got back from a vacation and stuff, so I'm kind of groggy. You just got back from a wedding. You're a little groggy. Brian Ha is just Brian Ha.
I've been grinding.
Grinding on the One Piece journey, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I think it's cool that we're back. A lot of people were asking, yo, next episode, what's up? And I'm just like, man, y'all gotta watch these episodes all the way through because we let you guys know at the end of the last one we're gonna take a little break for the holidays. But you know, it was a weird time when we started Pop.1 Podcast at the end of the summer and then going into the winter season. A lot going on in life, but we're back 2026 and we're ready to ride this one out. I don't think there's any time that we're going to be taking any break anytime soon.
No, we got a Bandai Fest in Vegas during Valentine's Day weekend, so we're ramping up for that. And yeah,
Same weekend as the 300th YCS or 350th.
it's the exact same day as the 300th.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
On Valentine's Day?
Yeah.
I think that's so funny.
The fact that Bandai Nationals is on Valentine's Day is funny.
Yeah.
I mean, what else are you gonna do?
Come to New Orleans for Mardi Gras, because guess what? It's also on Valentine's Day weekend.
Yeah, it's Valentine's is actually very busy this time of year, but we'll get into that. We got some stuff talking about the new OP14 meta. We got some just talking about Bandai and stuff, and other news. The rarest Pokemon card in the world is about to be up for auction. So let's go ahead and get right into the podcast. I'm glad to have you boys back. Let's have a good episode.
Yep.
All right. All right, boys. Welcome back to the Pop.1 Podcast, episode 23. So we've been working a good bit, but I just got back from good old Orlando, Florida, man. I brought the kids out. Ruby's birthday is 4 days after Christmas, my daughter. So we did Christmas, and then we packed right on up and went to Disney World. And man, what a machine! What a just crazy situation that one man drew a mouse character and created an empire that's he's dead and he can still build castles wherever he wants. It blows my mind, you know, and my wife was kind of getting aggravated about it because the whole time I'm just like, how does this work? I wonder how they're doing this. Like, it's insane. Like, even like the Little Mermaid ride is like a castle. Like, the inside is the nicest for our theme park ride is nicer than probably any house I've ever been into. It's nuts, man. But I'm back.
We can say the same thing about Oda. You know, he drew up a little monkey, and next thing you know,
dude, please make a theme park, Oda. Like, you know,
I think
what
there
mean?
is a One Piece theme park.
I want a One Piece world, man.
Yeah.
Like, you know, imagine like a place where it's like Disney World. You go into the park and there's like the different islands. Like, you can go to Egghead, you can go to
Wano.
And then the Red Line, and then all that stuff, man. Sabaody, you know, Marijois, like all these places that you could go check out and ride like a crazy ride.
And then go eat at the Baretti.
Yeah, man. Oh, dude, that would be so sick.
So cool.
Honestly, you got me over here like just imagining the whole thing, and then you take like the transit and go to Sky Island and just ride the clouds and stuff.
Dude, you could do a Epcot version of One Piece World.
Yeah, I mean,
just circle it around.
I think Oda's got the money for it too,
Dude,
man.
He totally could do it.
I think it would be awesome, man. But yeah, we did that and came back, and I instantly got to work, man. And I haven't been paying attention to a lot of like trading card news or One Piece in general. I've just been, enjoying my family time, enjoying the New Year's and everything, and Christmas and stuff like that. But it's all over, and I will tell you one thing for like a dad, it's always nice seeing your kids like light up and everything for the holidays, but like you're so ready for it to be over, like as it's going. And it's over. We're in January of 2026. It seems like 2025 just started. And I guess that just happens with age. I don't know, man.
Yeah, no, I feel like that too, because last year, I mean, you gotta think about it, like our One Piece journey really started back in One Piece Day.
Yeah.
And then that was in like what, April? Or May? Was it May?
Yeah. Well, you're saying our like card game journey started?
Like, no, not like, but like, like last year, like I'm trying to think of like all the events we went to.
So last year we did
One Piece Day.
Then
we Shreveport.
We actually went to Bandai Fest as well last year.
Yeah, I know, but I'm going like in chronological order. So we did One Piece Day, then we did Shreveport, then we did Bandai Card Fest in Dallas, and then I went to the Dallas. Then we did New Orleans. Then I went to Dallas by myself, and it just accumulated to that.
We actually did a lot of events this past year for One Piece card game, and I'm hoping that there's a lot more. Speaking of that, you saw that they completely wiped out online treasure cups.
Yes, so that's a new thing, which I'm glad they're kind of doing. I feel like online treasure cups and online tournaments in and of itself was like a breeding ground for like cheaters.
Yeah.
Especially for a One Piece card game. Because like every time I go online or every time there was a big treasure cup, more often than not, I always heard a story that someone cheated.
Yeah.
And it's just kind of lame that we have to do, people are lowering themselves to cheat. But in the same sense, these One Piece prize cards are insane.
They are, man.
So,
it's a lot of money on the line.
Yeah.
And
any leg up you can get.
No excuse for any cheaters, by the way. And this was the year of like hardcore cheating.
Yeah.
We had a player. I'm not gonna name names, obviously, but we had a player that was running like 5 copies of a certain card in their deck.
Yeah.
You had a player that was like essentially like pulling cards from under the table, like out of his sleeve.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And
under D table.
Yeah, and I like that. And you also just had people that I guess didn't know the mechanics of the game too well, and they also got the boot. So it's
but not enough ban hammers, I felt like.
No.
I don't think anybody really ever got I heard a lot of stories of cheaters. But I never heard of the consequences. I heard a few consequences.
We know of one big one, but
I know. Yeah, we know of one that was very controversial. But like, other than that, I really didn't hear much of people like talking about them getting banned or anything. They're like, a slap on the wrist.
Now, the dude that was running, and we know his name obviously, but we're not going to say it. The dude that was running the 5 copies of the card obviously should have definitely got banned.
Yeah, minimum.
That's my personal opinion, but we're not here to judge anything like that. But I guess the solution that Bandai came up with was like, look, we're just gonna stop the online treasure cups, and that way the remote side of it is just it'll probably cut down the cheating just a little bit.
But I like what they're doing, which they're making them like side events, like quote unquote at bigger regionals. Yeah. So like they're not dissolving treasure cups entirely, but like how like when we go to regionals there'd be like a 60-man like tournament with a prize wall. Yeah. I think now they're just gonna be shooting off like a couple of 64-man treasure cups.
That would be really cool, and you can get prize cards and stuff like that.
So now
exactly.
So now instead of playing for tickets, you can actually play for a real, legitimate, cool, good prize.
And that is another way to get more people out to these events.
Yeah. 100%. I honestly wish I don't know if the market is there to just host a in-person just treasure cup, but I guess maybe they don't, because regionals offer the invites.
Well, if they did the store championships the same time as they did Bandai Fest. Like they were running that as nationals was going on, and it seemed like that went pretty smooth. Like I haven't heard any flack about that.
No, not at all.
But the thing about that situation was like, because I know like both of our locals missed the window to sign up for that. and which was a bummer because we were super hype about it. But the information to the shops, like you just got to be super locked in with Bandai to like get on time with everything. But it's kind of hard for shops that like run every other card game to just be so locked into one to say, oh, sorry guys, we missed it because I was dealing with Yu-Gi-Oh, or we had a big Magic thing, or blah blah blah. And I don't know, man. Hopefully I think that Bandai is getting so big now that certain regions to have their own like representatives that they can contact and say, hey, what's coming up? You know, like, can I get this? Can I get that? Because some shops are super on it. You know, like shout out Pandemonium Gaming. Like they are super on everything One Piece. But some shops just they're not. And it's not their fault because it's a new realm for a lot of shop owners. You know what I mean?
Bandai. I'm not saying that Bandai's just got into the card game market because they've been in it for a while, obviously. Yeah. But like I guess like the big boom of One Piece has been like so extravagant this last past year, you know, that like people are just clamoring for it, and like it's hard for them to keep up another IP, I guess, you know, another card game when like they're also trying to host Yu-Gi-Oh regionals or host bigger Magic tournaments, you know, Commander tournaments, and keep up with the Magic schedule of releases, because like they do the Final Fantasy, then the Spider-Man, then the Avatar, and then the regular normal like modern sets. So
well, I will say I was talking to some Magic players, and they were very disappointed in this Avatar set that came out. And,
really, I heard the opposite.
Really,
I heard the complete opposite. I heard that minus like one scuff. Like there was a card that was supposed to be printed in like the main set, like the regular booster set.
Yeah,
but it for somehow or another got it like skipped in the printing line.
Okay.
So you can only get it as like a rare in the collector booster, and that rare card in the collector booster shot up to like $150.
Oh, really?
Because it was supposed to be in the main set, like the regular like booster pack that you can just buy at Walmart and something. Yeah. It just was not printed in that set by accident. Like they just forgot, or like the numbering just skipped or something like that. And so like it was only printed in the collector booster set as a rare. I think it was a rare, like non-foil. I mean, I'm not sure how the rarities work in Magic, but like rarity, basically it was like a lower rarity type card in the collector booster set. But because it's a lower rarity collector booster set that wasn't printed in the main set, it shot up. And then like for modern, you need 4 copies. So like, you know, it's a $400 play set.
Yeah, I was talking to a group of them, and they were just saying like the cards weren't like that good for the game, but maybe they were just a different opinion.
Maybe not good for the game in terms of like, you know, like I don't know how to describe it, like power creep. But like I heard the complete opposite. I heard a lot of people like it hit a lot of the fans really well. It hit a lot of the player base really well. A lot, like I said, a few hiccups here and there, but for the most part, most of the Magic Gathering community, from what I've heard, really enjoyed the Avatar set. Well, maybe not locally, but globally.
I'm glad. And you know, going back to what we were talking about, hopefully with all the stuff that Bandai's doing, and you know, these shop owners kind of missing out on these opportunities and hearing the feedback from their players, that maybe this is something that shop owners will start paying attention more to. You know, the big three has always been around. You've had the Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, and Magic. One Piece is definitely making a statement. And
I think One Piece is going to topple Yu-Gi-Oh relatively soon.
I agree.
Yeah, it's close. It's close.
Yeah.
Now,
do we know how close?
Huh?
Do we know how close?
Oh, very close.
It's very close.
If not already done.
I mean, last night me and Brian had a few people on the Yu-Gi-Oh side, you know, talking about One Piece, and it's just one of those things that a lot of players in Yu-Gi-Oh, even though they're making these new shiny cards and all this stuff, they're not really getting a hold of the modern format. And you know, they haven't had a new game mechanic in how long, you know, and
you're not counting Rush Duel or whatever.
Yeah, well, we don't get that, you know.
Exactly.
And there is rumor that Rush Duel might be making its way over here. It might, but we still don't know. And Konami's they'll just throw it at you, man. You know, there's not a lot of like leaks that come from Konami. It's more like, hey, here's a Facebook post. There you go.
Yeah.
So we'll see on that tip. But going back into One Piece, OP14 is coming soon.
Thank God.
And yeah, man. Look, we all.
What are y'all talking about? OP13 was fun.
OP13 has some good decks, and OP13 decks will be good in the OP14 meta.
Except Zoro.
Yeah, not Zoro.
It's okay, we got Mihawk. No,
bye Zoro.
Bye Zoro, but I'm probably playing Up Luffy for a little bit.
Okay.
It's just,
dude, you're such a fucking bandwagoner.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, look, story time. I convinced Devin and Michael Murphy, some of like, you know, Pop's.
Before you get into it, shout out Devin. He left to go back to where he's stationed. this morning.
Yeah.
But before he left, he won locals last night with Up Luffy.
Yeah.
Hasn't played One Piece in like a year, by the way. So
Yeah.
just putting that out there.
So I convinced Devin and Michael Murphy that Up Luffy's the way to go. I've broken down with them. Like I told them that the Roger promo, which shout out Board Game Pillars for getting the promos.
Yes.
They got them like 2 weeks ahead of schedule.
Yeah.
Because like they're supposed to come out in January, but then they got them like in December.
Mm-hmm.
So we were able to get we were grinding them out, getting the promos, and I was able to build the Up Luffy deck. I let Devin play it last night, and he won, obviously. I convinced Michael Murphy, Devin, that Up Luffy's way to go. It's a Yu-Gi-Oh deck in disguise as a One Piece card game, and it's. I told Devin it does everything that you want in a Yu-Gi-Oh deck, and it has the big character theory where it's just play big character,
Yeah.
and then you just hide behind counter events and draw a bunch of cards.
The Roger boost.
The Roger boost, yeah. I'm like, the whole deck is just crazy. I convinced them, and then lo and behold, guess who just came out of the depths of the chat and was like, hey,
and said, I'm not playing green next format.
Yeah, I'm not playing green next
Mr.
format.
Greeny.
Well,
I'm going to play Up Luffy. And I was like, oh, I've been preaching the Up Luffy,
to be fair, Alex did play Up.
I did, but here's the reality.
terribly.
Shut up. Anyways, here's the reality of the
Clip
situation, though. Yeah, clip that. That's the beginning of the video clip. The reality is, I have my Nats invite, so I want to do good at nationals. At the very least, I want to be able to say I got like I saw Brian get his prize packs at the last nationals, and he made how much money? A couple hundred easily.
Couple hundred.
Yeah,
Mhm.
like I
pulled the
want,
pudding, so that was already crazy.
Yeah, I want that for myself. And when I look at Mihawk, which is the deck I would normally play, and I see how bad of a matchup it has against Up Luffy, it's like, damn, it's either I beat him
It
or I
has
join
one
them.
bad matchup against Up Luffy, and
and
it dog walks most everybody else.
and how many Up Luffys did I play at the regionals when I played Zoro?
that was a completely different format.
It's a meta call,
Well,
It-
this is
you
my
do expect to
whole-
see it a lot.
My whole thing about the Up Luffy stuff is I feel like I'm going back into Dofi format.
Yeah.
And the reason I say that was I was an Enel player during Dofi. And Enel was one of Dofi's worst matchups. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it was just a very bad matchup. I'm not saying Imu is like a super bad matchup for Up, but I will say that I feel like we have the upper hand.
no. Up Imu is heavily favored into Up
Mm-hmm.
by far, and Up has a uphill battle against it. But the difference is that Up has a crazy ratio to all the other decks. It can like 60-40 red blue ace, 60-40 Mihawks, 50-50 Boa. Like those numbers, like the statistics alone just make it like you have one bad matchup versus all these other like either favorable or like I don't know, positive matchups.
Yeah.
And I think Up Luffy's going to be the deck. Also in Japan, so in Japan during OP14 format, which they had a different format because they have EBO3 legal cards.
Right.
So it was a complete different meta there. But over there with EBO3, OP14, Up was like just an A tier deck. Red Blue Ace was still dominant. Emu's still dominant. Mihawk and Boa were definitely like I would say Boa's probably the number 3 deck by easily.
I agree, dude.
Yeah. And then Mihawk is like Fraud Watch. I'm putting Mihawk on Fraud Watch. That deck should not be real, but it's I think it's a fan favorite in Japan, so it must be doing something over there.
Yeah.
So I guess Mihawk would be like the 4th best deck in OP14 EBO3 meta.
Where are you putting Purple Dofi at?
Purple Dofi, it's Purple Dofi, Croc, and Jinbei are all like right below Up or on the same level as Up Luffy.
Mm-hmm.
I think Up Luffy's the best of those.
Well, if Up comes back into play, we're going to see decks like Bello Betty come back around. We're going to see.
I don't think you're going to see Bell Betty because why would you see Bell Betty when Imu has a better matchup into it and then also beats Bell Betty?
Because a lot of Bello Betty players can't play Imu. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just one of those things. Like, Bello Betty's a very, like, it's like a Zoro deck. You know what I mean? It's just a very glass cannon type of deck. But it can do powerful swings, but if you can't do enough damage on those powerful swings, your whole board's wiped. It's very hard to establish a new one, and you just can't keep up.
Yeah. The difference in this format and for like in Japan, the East format and the West though is that we'll have half of EBO4 in our OP14 meta, which is just the blue, green, and purple cards, and one of our local players has been testing Purple Kaido, ST4 Kaido, shout out Q. And that deck is not on Fraud Watch. That deck is probably a real deck. And just being able to burn up an opponent's life in a mechanic of a deck that does not have any sort of relevance of burning is kind of crazy. So I think Kaido is not on Fraud Watch. That deck is real.
I like the Kaido, and I also think that the Green Carrot deck is going to pop out of the woodworks as well.
Yeah.
The Green Carrot deck is kind of nuts. It is missing another card from EBO3, but I'm not sure if they really play it. But the difference with Carrot, though, is that I think this is like just my take on it. I've been grinding Up Luffy on the sim, and I think Up Luffy beats almost every green deck pretty handily. Green cannot just get past that Sanji Cascade turn after turn after turn, you know?
You can Sanji into Roger, right?
Yep, Sanji into Roger.
It's going to be a time, boys.
And that's why I think To Die For is probably the correct call over Thunder Bagua, because you want to be able to get your 8 Don just so fast against decks like
To Die
Imu.
For, refresh me.
It's To Die For is the Big Mom card that like she's eating the cake.
Yeah.
You just ramp.
Yeah.
Because you could do some crazy plays. You do that with your Zoro Joro, you're getting 8 Don like on what, turn 3 or something?
Dude, I think you're on Fraud Watch. Like you as a person.
Thank you.
You have no idea what you're talking
Because the best way to beat Imu, I hate this guy. The best way to beat Imu is to get your leader to 8K sooner, because you know you're.
That's not the secret.
I played against Up. I think I've played against, because we have the Roger promos now, like Brian said.
Yeah.
I've played against the deck about 3 or 4 times. I haven't lost yet. And me and you played twice. I think you beat me.
Nope.
No, I'm thinking about Q. He beat me with the Roger deck. We went back and forth.
Yeah.
That Roger deck is tough.
Yeah.
Roger is also on Fraud Watch. King of the Pirates. I'm sorry, dude.
I think Up is just the better choice.
It
You know what I mean?
I was testing Red Purple Roger on Sim as well with Devin, and I would like to say that Red Purple Roger is just ramp Shanks, and you can just run out of cards so quickly in your hand, and you take life so like indiscriminately, and like it's just really tough.
Yeah,
I think
Up has the Sanji, and that's the main thing around it. With Roger, it's 10 drop Shanks, swing past turn. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
With Up, you get Sanji going to Roger, boost your leader. You have 3 Gum Gum Giants in hand. You might have the Nami blocker on the board as well. You just have so much going on that it's very hard to get over it. Now with Imu, we in turn on 2 blockers every turn. We have a rush that can reduce, which the reduction doesn't mean that much. But the popping doesn't mean that much. It's just the fact that I can't be removed. Characters can't be removed, which you're not really doing that anyways. But even if you're at 8K, Roger boosts you +2, right?
Yeah.
So even if you're at 8K, well, all my monsters are already at 7. So if it's in game time, I'm just going to attach 2 to each monster, swing 9, make you discard your hand, blah, blah, blah. Now, the reason I'm liking Up coming into the fight is the fact that it's a god-awful matchup with Ace. Like, Ace just, I feel like, loses so hard to Up.
No, I disagree. I think Ace has a way better matchup into Up than people think.
It depends on the player, but
it depends on the player.
I honestly think that Up just has it.
I personally don't think so. Me and Devin were testing it,
Mhm.
and like in that matchup, if you just turn your blocker beard sideways into their Sanjis, into their Mihawks, into their Rogers,
Right. Yeah.
you can just stomp them. Because
but are a lot of Ace players going to do that?
They need to,
because the Whitebeard is like their main defense in a sense. You know what I'm saying?
They need to adjust to that playstyle.
Yeah,
they just have to just
the realm of 3 life leaders, man. They're very powerful, man. They're just very, very powerful.
Like me and Devin had a crazy game one game where my board was 9 cost Newgate, 2 blocker beards, and a Roger. He had Sanji, Mihawk, Roger, and like we're looking like these are just towers of monsters,
Yeah.
And like how we just beat each other was that, well, me and Devin were testing it. I was keeping my blocker beards up, blocking his attacks, and he was just swinging indiscriminately into me. But then we brought it back a couple turns, and like we changed a couple things. And if I had just turned my blocker beard sideways into his board, they each cost him, like if I had to Dawn to each of them, it would cost him 3 cards out of hand every single time.
Yeah.
And then you only have 4 Gum Gum Giants. And then once you use your Gum Gum Giants to save your Mihawks and your Sanjis and stuff, then your leader is completely free game.
Yeah, there's no way to get him out of grave. Once you count the gums,
Yeah.
and you're still ahead, you probably got the game.
Yeah, and like so I just
and the hand advantage of Ace is just insane. It'll always be.
Yeah, the hand advantage of Ace and Up are crazy. It's just
Up does get hand advantage, but like Ace gets like Domo hand advantage. Like you know what I mean? Like
I think,
it's easy to get to 15 cards in Ace.
I think Up
both those decks.
Up is one of those decks, those leaders that will probably never be power creep. There's drawing 2 cards per turn is not a power creepable effect. Like let's just face it. Like, and not only do you look at draw 2 cards, but you're stacking your hand. You're stacking it.
It's the most
It's
broken
legal.
leader
It's
effect
your
still.
yeah.
It
So,
needs to be banned.
No, it does not.
It probably, dude. I like, going into all this though, we're about to merge.
Yeah.
And we talked about this at locals last night that the West is going to take over the meta.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like all the meta fives in Japan, if they even have that and everything, all the coaching and stuff in Japan, it's going to dwindle down because as we all know that over here in America, we play way differently than the rest of the world.
Yeah.
And they're going to be paying attention to what's going on over here. Man, it's going to be a good time.
Yeah, that's why in Japan Up doesn't do that great, but I think in the West here we have some dedicated Up players, and we have some people that are willing to cook with Up.
Yeah,
and I just think Up is the deck.
I do too.
It might be the deck to beat. It might be a big 3.
Boa is crazy though.
That
like,
is
you know
a
what I mean?
crazy
Like
deck.
Boa is crazy.
Yeah, I think Boa's in and of itself should not be a real deck because its leader effect affects like the board.
Yeah.
It's not like Up Luffy or like Ace or something like that where it's like interacting with the.
It's got yellow in it, baby.
Yeah.
It's got to do some yellow things.
It does got yellow, and then like searchable Kuma. It has all these crazy good things going for
Yeah,
it.
Devin was talking to me about it. He was like, "Man, that deck's crazy." Yeah, like all your characters like trigger like just play this card, play this character, blah blah blah, and if one of them gets killed, then the leader effect goes off, and it's just wild. And not only that, they play the blue blocker Boa from the structure deck, the Dofi structure decks that are insane. What you get to stack?
It's you on play, look at top 3, put in top or bottom, and then put a Don under your leader to get the effect on for the Boa blocker or for the Boa leader, so that when you block with the Boa blocker, you get to burn in a life.
Well, One Piece is looking good. We have pre-releases coming up this weekend. OP14 will be dropping next week, I believe.
Yep.
The game is about to change once again. It's not going to be a super crazy jungle format, which I hate those, but it's not going to be a triangle format, which a lot of people don't like.
Yeah. I think we're going to have a good mix of purple Dofi, blue Jinbei, Mihawks, Black Crocs, and those 4 are definitely not on far.
It reminds me of an OP6, OP7 meta.
Yeah, I think it's you're right. It's OP6, OP7 format. It's going to be a little bit jungly, but not like
too much.
Too much.
Like 6 or 7.
Yeah, great number.
Good diversity.
Less than 10.
Yeah, everybody's going to know the matchups. It's going to be good. You're playing off meta. You're probably going to lose, but you have options now.
You have real options.
Everybody has really been sour about, even us going live last night. We went live for the first time. We haven't really been going live on TikTok because it's
who wants to watch
boring,
3 decks?
Yeah. But everybody in the chat was like just saying we're so hyped for OP14. Can't wait to see your guys' locals because we have a pretty competitive locals that people like to watch on TikTok. And everybody's just really excited for a breath of fresh air. I was excited for OP13 when it came out, and I enjoyed OP13 as it was a whole. I'm very sad that out of all of us, I'm the only one that doesn't have an invite. But I feel like if I was able to compete like in a regional with this format or like anything like a store treasure cup or something like that, I would have done fine enough to get my invite. But I'm always playing around some of the best players down here in the South, so it's not as easy as a lot of people think. But I think that I had a good run with Imu. I'm still gonna try Imu, but Boa's looking nice. And as an NL player,
your Kumas.
As an NL player, which I hold that title still to this day, I'm glad to see that Yellow's getting a little buzz again. You guys excited for it?
Yeah, looking forward to it.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we'll take a quick little break, let you guys watch some ads from our sponsors, and we'll get into the talk of Pokemon and probably the holy grail of Pokemon cards.
Let's do it.
All right.
Protect your leader in style with ANGKOR GOODS Gaming.
Wait, we have a script.
Yeah, you were sleeping though, bro. I told you this already.
Is he being for real?
Yeah.
Preston, we really have a script?
Yes.
We fall
Protect your
asleep.
leader. Yes. I literally gave you the whole script. Protect your leader in style with Anchor Good Gaming's leader cases. This is your part now, Alex. You say and
With-
soon to be champions.
And soon to be champions.
It's more than that. It's more than that, dude.
And soon you'll be able to do champions too.
No, did you forget the script already? Coming soon, champions. What was it? Preston, do you remember? Yeah. Okay, fine. Let's backtrack it then. Sorry to interrupt this episode. Okay.
I got you. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Sorry to interrupt this episode.
We're here to talk to you about your leader.
Do that again.
All right. Go ahead.
Oh, we want it to be like at the same time? Sorry to interrupt this episode.
We're here to talk about your leader.
Anchor Goods.
Hold on, that's not terrible.
Sorry to interrupt this episode.
We're here to talk about your leader and soon to be champions.
What did I say after this? Are we just winging this? Was that the
No.
plan this whole time?
From our sponsor, Anchor Goods Gaming. Yes, Anchor Goods Gaming. Anchor Goods. Is it Anchor Goods Gaming? And then I'll say something like protect your leader in style with Anchor Goods, fucking what was it? Anchor. Okay, sorry to interrupt this episode.
Can you just get the script and just edit it?
I don't have a script.
me and Brian here are here to talk to you about your leader, and then
I think this should be the ad, and then you'll just say, dude, there's a link down below for some leader cases. They're nice. Just check them out. That's the affiliate link. Thank you guys.
peace. Okay.
Anchor Goods. Right now, just say it. Just Anchor Goods.
Anchor Goods. Peace.
All right, guys, we are back, and we got to talk about something that's shaking the world of not only TCGs but Pokemon. We mentioned Pokemon here a lot. I'm a collector myself of Pokemon cards. You, Brian?
I'm a player.
No, you're not.
I play the video games,
Okay, me
and
too.
every season, ever since they hosted NAIC in New Orleans, I've gone to every single one of them.
Okay.
I didn't compete in this last one because of work. I just got a new job.
I
But
think I will compete in the next one just because.
I'm just gonna
like,
grind it out on the TCG Live, buy a deck for $40 and just go in there.
I'm a Pokemon hater.
You just don't like having fun. It's okay.
number
I
one
don't.
entertainment franchise in the world, man.
Exactly.
Like, it
Topples Disney.
well, that's a whole another conversation. I will say that like Disney does own other IPs that if you merge them all together,
Yeah.
they would.
Isn't it funny that the world is run by mouse?
Yeah, the mouse.
Mickey Mouse.
We're talking a lot
Pikachu.
about Disney today, man.
You don't want to brought it up. I'm just
Yeah.
saying there's a lot
Yeah,
of mouse.
the mouse. Yeah, the Pikachu is a mouse, and then Mickey Mouse.
Yeah,
So
We should live stream some Lorcana.
Absolutely not.
no. My boy hit me up while I was out there. He was like, "You ripping any Lorcana out there?" I said, "No. Why would I, dude? Just
Yeah.
I can go to Walmart and do that."
Speaking of Lorcana, they reprinted set 1 for Lorcana.
Oh, really?
I'm not sure if you heard about that, but they reprinted set 1 of Lorcana, tanked the value of the first
Of
set
everything.
of everything. Yeah, but obviously that was just a reprint. Like I guess people just wanted a wave 1 reprint,
Yeah.
and once it sells out, it's gonna go back in price again. I just remember I saw someone talking about it. They're
Maybe.
like the Enchanteds, like the Cinderella and stuff
Mm-hmm.
from set 1, where
Yeah.
like they plummeted.
Yeah.
Like, and then like they're like, all
The
right,
only
just
thing
give
I
it 6 months to
remember,
go back up.
the only thing I remember about it was like, yeah, when it came out, like, I remember Hot Topic was like they were doing limits on cards, but they only sell One Piece and Lorcana.
Mm-hmm.
And I went in there. This is like after the Lorcana hype, like after it settled down and like it was like still on the shelves at Walmart. And he was like, "Yeah, we got One Piece and Lorcana." I was like, "Oh, cool. How many One Piece can I get?" He's like, "You can get 5 packs of One Piece, only 1 pack of Lorcana." And I'm like, "Why?" And he's like, "It's just so everybody wants it." And I'm just like, the Walmart like down the road has like 50 to 60
Yeah.
packs just like sitting there, and I think they're about to restock 50 more, man. So,
Yeah,
but whatever. I'm
it's-
not buying it anyways.
Yeah, it's funny because when I was trying to get back into TCGs, I was in the crossroads of buying Lorcana or getting into One Piece.
Mm-hmm.
I was a little bit late on the One Piece train, but Lorcana had just came out, so I snagged a couple of first chapter Lorcana stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Tried it out, played it, realize the game is terrible.
Yeah, it's not fun. I have all the OG starter decks that came out because one of our friends was like getting really deep into it, and he was like, "You gotta try it. You gotta try it." Well, I had just started playing One Piece, and I was really enjoying it. But I was like, "Yeah, I'll give it a try," because I just left Yu-Gi-Oh, and I'm still trying to find my my new you know, and nah.
It's just not. Yeah, the gameplay, like the fact that the tutorial for Lorcana was like an hour long on their official website.
Yeah.
Versus the Bandai's How to Play One Piece was 15 minutes. I was like, this is night and day difference.
Not only that, I'm not like a big Disney guy. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't really like. It's not gonna be like cool for me to drop like a Goofy down on the field. You know what I mean? And
I don't know if they ever did like a Kingdom Hearts collab on the Lorcana cards, that'd be really cool. That'd be
I mean,
like that'd be, imagine like a Sora just chilling right there.
Yeah, dude, they did Kingdom Hearts, man. I would have to look into it. But let's get back on topic. We're sitting here going all over the place. So we got to talk about this because it has the whole entire community like going crazy. So Logan Paul is officially he's selling the PSA 10 illustration Pikachu.
Crazy.
Or Pikachu Illustrator.
Yep.
And so there's a lot of controversy around this. I got notes, so if you guys see me looking down at my iPad, it's a lot. So Logan Paul has the illustration Pikachu, and it is at a PSA 10. It's a Pop.1, you know, like
shout
us.
out.
Yeah, shout out Pop.1. It's the only one in the world, and so what had happened was he had bought a PSA 9 of this card. This is after him getting scammed a few times. He had like fake ones and stuff. You remember he like punched a mirror or something like that?
He like peeled off the sticker of it.
Yeah.
That was crazy.
And then but he got the PSA 9 and he paid $1.2 million. Now, this is a trading card, everybody. And yes, we do talk about value here sometimes. And some of these things get very valuable. $1.2 million for a card. So it kind of shows you what kind of tax bracket this fine young man is in. But yeah, he bought that, and then going into 2022, he went ahead and paid the premium to boost it up and get the PSA 10, the only one that there is. And I'm wanting to say it was from a dude like from Dubai or whatever, and it was also documented by the Guinness World Record, Guinness World Records. And he traded the PSA 9 and then put $4 million on top of it to get the 10.
Crazy.
So now he is teaming up with Golden, which is the people that run PSA, and now Beckett. Wow. They're monopolizing the grading companies or whatever. And so they're getting together, and he's wanting to auction it off and sell it. Now, the thing that is crazy, he was involved in a platform called the Liquid Marketplace. And Liquid pushed the idea of fractional ownership, basically turning collectibles into investment tokens. So we're getting back into some Logan Paul crypto stuff. This guy...
like a physical NFT?
I guess, man, but it's one card, so you own a fraction of this said card.
So it's like, essentially like how people like own like a fraction of Bitcoin and stuff too.
Yeah,
that's that what this kind of is.
I guess, like
dude,
the way,
that's so weird.
Yeah, but Logan Paul has some very bad things with crypto back in the day.
Oh yeah,
with I forgot what it was called, but
CryptoZoo, I think.
There it is. And essentially what it was like a Pokemon type of thing with NFTs, and you got like an egg or whatever, and like it could hatch into like an animal or something, and it was just really lame. But COVID was a weird time, and people were bored, so they were throwing their money at whatever they could if they had money, And the people, they didn't buy the card. They bought a piece of the exposure to the card. No control, no physical ownership, no trust, and the whole Pokemon community hated it. It's like it was like some Wall Street Pokemon stuff.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, it was just a very weird thing. I'll tell you one thing right now: trading card people and cryptocurrency people, they don't really merge, man. You know what I mean? Because over here on the crypto side is where you have the quote unquote Poke Bros, the sneakerheads, the scalpers, and then over here you have the genuine collectors, players, people that have been in the hobby since the beginning, or people that have gotten to the hobby to get away from other hobby. You know, it's a whole thing. Everybody has their own story. So with that happening, let's see. It says Canadian regulators later alleged that liquid marketplace executives were selling unregistered securities and misleading the investors. So to be clear, Logan Paul was not named as a defendant in those filings, but his name is forever tied to that project. Ooh. So he never he didn't go to court or anything for this. He didn't get charged for anything, but he was a part of it because he's the owner of the card. Whether you were charged or not, trust doesn't reset just because time has passed. Like, you know what I mean? Like he was a big part of it, but now he doesn't want to really go down that road anymore. He just wants to sell it. You know what I mean? The community's reaction was split into three camps. You had the cash out crowd. A lot of the people feel like this was a exit liquidity, fractionalize the card, hype it up, and then sell it at the peak, you know? And then you had the separate art from the artist. Some collectors say that they hate on Logan all you want, but the card is still legendary. So like the fact that the community, what I'm getting at is you can not like Logan Paul and you can hate everything that he does, you know, from his whole career in YouTube and everything. But at the end of the day, this is a monumental spot in Pokemon to see a card of this magnitude being, you know, sold. This will be probably one of the highest sold items in the Pokemon ever. In
the trading card
ever,
universe.
dude.
I think they're projecting 7 to 12 million.
Logan Paul is saying 10. Like, you know what I mean? Like, this is a lot of money for one trading card in a special case that has numbers written on it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that is essentially what we're talking about.
Old cert, so it's worthless.
Yeah. Well, and the damage concerns. So there is some rumor going around from the original owner that not only the original owner, but people that knew the card before it became a 10, that it never was a 10. The guy supposedly had resubmitted this card a lot of times, finally came back at 10. Very minute damage on the card, but it's not a gem mint pristine 10. You know what I mean? Like it's got a few scuffs on the back. There's a scratch on the bottom. The corners aren't the best. Whitening, blah blah blah. All the stuff that if me and you sent a card to PSA, they would give us the 9 for. You know,
or a 7,
or the 7. Yes, that's happened before too. And it's just, you know, it's a very tough subject to talk about, or to get excited about. You know, being a collector, but also being interested in the longevity of pricing with cards. You know what I mean? During COVID, you had the first edition Charizard PSA 10. That was the holy grail of everything. And, and you know, during COVID, it was hitting numbers around like $300,000. And people were paying that money. Well, now that card is like only worth like $150,000, $160,000. Like it dropped like almost 50%. So with this being sold for 10 million, is it going to always be worth 10 million? Or is it going to go up a little bit more? Now, it is a Pop.1. It's the only one that there is, I guess, for now. And this was a very hard card for him to find. And why is he selling it? You know what I mean? There's so many questions that go on, but the real question is this the final price? You know what I mean? Like, is this like going to be the final price, or are we going to keep seeing this? On here it says whether the sale is clean, no tokens, no hype manipulation, or anything like that. If the sale is straight and transparent, that's going to be great. Or is it going to be some scammy, weird stuff through the guys over at Golden with the PSA and Beckett stuff? I'm just like, I know everybody in the Pokemon community and now the trading card community are like at the edge of their seats, like watching this to see if this deal goes through and see if it does actually hit that $10 million point. What do you guys think about the whole thing? About essentially just a card from I forgot the date of it. But it was early.
Like it was like 1999 or something like that.
Was it 99 or early 2000? It was in that area. I mean,
yeah, I think it had to be like, I think it was 1990s because it was part of their first run of like their Pokemon Illustrator contests in Japan. Because the trading card game in Japan has already been out for not a long time, but little bit longer than it came to America. I think it didn't come to like Wizards didn't start printing Pokemon until like what?
I think it's Japanese. I don't think this card was ever English, right?
No, it was never
Yeah,
English. It was only Japanese. That's why I believe it's 1999, 1998.
Yeah.
I could be wrong.
Yeah.
My personal opinion, if they just reprint the card, they can fix it all.
No, we can't go that route.
I know.
We would hope that we could go.
It would be
route.
cool if they ever printed like an English copy of it just for fun. But like obviously, like just make it a comment or something like that. It'd just be fun to have.
Oh yeah, for sure. The 30th anniversary is coming up, so that would be
Yeah.
an awesome thing to put like in a pack. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
With the stamp
exactly.
on it and everything, that'd be really cool. But Logan Paul has had some very, he kind of holds the title for everything that happened during COVID. You know what I mean? A lot of people either say COVID era or they say Logan Paul era. You know what I mean? Because it was his hype around the whole thing, making the videos, meeting up with King Gary Charizard guy from Pawn Stars and buying some of his prized Charizard cards.
King Gary's kind of a little bit of a weirdo too.
Yeah, he kind of went off the rails a little bit and kind of started feeling himself a lot. But he does own the most Charizards in the game.
I heard that he would purposely this is a rumor, but he purposely would damage like base set booster packs, handle them a little bit roughly to just try to make sure they don't get a 10. Just to keep his pops.
I have heard that rumor before, and I'm wanting to say this was like when he would go to conventions and stuff, and they would get him to like rip packs and stuff like that. The way he would handle them would be
a little bit rough.
Yeah, versus like
Someone else being gentle.
deep pocket monsters or anybody like that are going to a convention and opening packs. Like they get really deep into it. But Logan Paul. A lot of people don't like the name. A lot of people don't like associating him with Pokemon. But with this, will this put his name in essentially the gravestone of Pokemon as one of
most influential?
His name will forever be a part of Pokemon now.
I think his name already has been associated heavily with Pokemon. I know you were talking about COVID era / Logan Paul era.
Yeah,
I personally associate it as Logan Paul era because I still remember the hype when he walked. He came out of a WWE thing with was it WWE? I don't remember. But
it was I think it was a boxing match or something.
Yeah,
he walked out with somebody.
He had the chain with the Charizard,
which
on
he
it.
still wears.
Yeah, and that, in my opinion, was the immediate hype.
Yeah,
I think once that happened, it was to the moon.
Yeah,
and has never come back down since.
Yeah, it is the rarest card, and with him going through with this, and a company like Golden, I think the dude's name is Ken or something like that. He wrote Logan Paul a check for $2 million to secure the auction for the event or whatever. Yeah. And
I think
my thing with Logan Paul is I will say that he was the reason that I got back into Pokemon. Really? He was the reason that I looked back into it. Because like I've told you guys, I've been into Pokemon my whole life, but I've hard sold out of card games plenty of times, left them for years, and then come back, not playing card games but collecting. And it hurt me during COVID when I didn't own not one Pokemon card, because I have sold everything, and now the hype's all around, blah blah blah. You can't find it, you can't do anything. So it was like a FOMO thing for me, It's like, oh man, I'm missing out. I done messed up. I sold all my stuff, blah, blah, blah. I'm missing out. So that's, I hate to say it, but Logan Paul is kind of the reason that Pop.1 Podcast is a thing. It's a weird, chain of events. And
it's
now,
a butterfly effect.
Now with everything that happened with Logan Paul, with the cryptocurrency stuff, with him, being like a wrestler now and boxing.
And then all the other controversial shit that he's done.
Every single thing he's
led
back
up to this moment
into Pokemon, back in the Pokemon realm. And I think it's a very weird situation that's going on. But I know for a lot of people, it's a bad taste to say Logan Paul and Pokemon in the same sentence.
Yeah.
And hopefully the card sells and it keeps going, but at the end of the day, it makes you wonder why he's selling it. You know what I mean? Like, why is this guy that's, he already threw $4 million at it? I mean, it is a flip. Don't get me wrong. It's a crazy flip. I mean, you're doubling plus some with millions of dollars, but, is there something going on? Did he bet wrong on his brother who just lost his first boxing match?
I think he was already planning on putting it for auction prior to that.
Yeah.
And then also, like, if you put money on his brother to win that fight, there's no shot. That guy had a whole foot ahead of him.
Yeah.
And that reach was crazy. There's no way that Jake was ever going to win that fight.
I want to say it was last year with Liquid. He had bought out the 49% that co-owned that card. He had apparently bought them all out, and they were going to get paid or something.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, I know the Crypto Zoo people were supposed to get paid.
So there is some fight backs going on where there are a bunch of people saying that they didn't get paid, that they, I guess weren't notified or whatever. But yeah, there was definitely that happened about a year ago. It was kind of like the way the website worked. There was kind of like a loophole in the legality of everything. How Logan was able to do that. So that's what happened.
And he is a guy that seems like he knows his way around a loophole or two. You know what I mean? Good attorneys, good stuff like that.
He was a co-founder. Like,
really? He co-founded the.
So he, maybe it was co-owner. I was just watching this video, but on his Instagram he had co-whatever of Liquid, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then literally, I want to say like very recently, he took that off his Instagram, and the actual website for Liquid had Logan Paul up there with the cards.
Yeah.
And now it's not there anymore.
It's interesting. It's a sketchy thing too, man, because it's not an actual 10. I've seen the actual pictures of what the card looks like, and I have cards that are 9s that are in better condition than this card.
Yeah.
Now it is a vintage card, you know what I mean? And if you look at vintage Pokemon, like if you pick an old just common up, like you can tell the difference from vintage to modern. And they are, it's hard to say it, but they are a lot. Pokemon modern cards are so fragile. Like, you know what I mean? Those are probably the most flimsiest, fragile cards I've ever held in my life.
It really grinds my gears about that.
Yeah.
Them in Yu-Gi-Oh too.
Yu-Gi-Oh is bad. Like,
dude, I just, off topic, and I don't mean to go off topic about this, but me and my friend, we subbed some Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Don't know why. I wish I can go back in time and just stop myself from doing that. But regardless, we subbed some cards. They were freshly pulled, and I mean the freshest, straight out the pack at GameStop.
Yeah,
put them in the sleeve, send it out, and they came back all 3 9s.
Yeah,
I was disgusted.
The quality control of Konami has just been god awful forever. Yeah. I mean, we've pulled ultis from OTS packs that just don't have the name on them. Or the texture's just like shifted all the way up. Like, it's just like bad stuff that shouldn't happen.
Yeah.
But you got to think with these companies, like we're so used to Bandai right now because I feel like Bandai is more of a quality over quantity type of deal.
Bandai has some of the best quality.
Yeah.
And like the only time you'll ever get anything kind of crazy is like the centering.
Which like most of the time, I will tell you that every card but 2 that I've had now have come back 10s or they're 9s, and then once I get them back, the 9s, I can honestly see the quote unquote damage but it's all from the prints.
Yeah.
But you get Pokemon, they're printing thousands and thousands and thousands a day packs, and same with Yu-Gi-Oh. Like, well, I don't know, honestly. I really don't know how Konami's doing right now. Like, it's kind of rough for Konami over there. But, with all this being said, we have a boom going back on with TCGs. Logan Paul is back in the picture. Are we back in a COVID run right now? Like, is everything just going back because that's what people, that got back in are like used to?
I think this was a calculated move by Logan Paul. I think he generated hype.
Mm-hmm.
I think I think his team or whoever possibly knew, they're like 30th anniversary for Pokemon's coming up.
Yeah.
Great number.
Yeah.
25th
anniversary was when COVID.
Exactly. Like, this is a solid time to, generate some more hype and just redo the Pokeboom again. I think to me, this is all calculated. None of this is ever coincidental. I don't believe in coincidences.
Yeah.
This is calculated.
I think 100%. So too, man, because like the last boom that we had right before the One Piece boom, like came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Like, what was the reasoning behind it? Was it prismatic? Like, was that the reasoning?
No, it was the Moonbryon.
Oh, the 151 stuff.
It was 151.
Well, Moonbryon's been out since Evolving Skies.
Yeah.
And like, you know,
but it was so Evolving Skies came out, but like people were crying about the hit rates.
Yeah.
And then lo and behold, it turns out that there was a guy that was just pulling them. But like Umbreon's always been a fan favorite. But yeah, no, it was 150 Celebrations. Sorry, Celebrations was the pack. That was the equivalent of the 151 because there was a reprint Charizard with the 25th anniversary stamp on it.
Yeah, but this Celebrations came out like during COVID though.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? I'm talking about the one that we just had like put it this way, the beginning of 2025, Pokemon was rotting on the shelves.
Oh, you're talking about for 2025. Yeah.
And then over the summer or end of summer, out of nowhere, it was probably like the beginning of summer. Out of nowhere.
You're right. It was prismatic then.
You couldn't get anything.
Oh no, Surging Sparks. It was the the Chonkachu. The jewel Pikachu.
Yeah, okay,
the jewel Pikachu thing.
Which is weird because Vivid Voltage was like the first like release set during the COVID stuff that everybody could get their hands on.
And that had Chonkachu.
Yeah, it had the rainbow Pikachu.
Yeah. So then like what was it? Yeah, so it was Chonkachu. That started the COVID hype.
Mm-hmm.
And then for this one, it was the Vivid Voltage jewel Pikachu that looked crazy.
Yeah, and then, you know, the whole prismatic thing, the whole 151 thing, the Blooming Waters, the ETB special premium collections, it's all been crazy. And then now Pokemon has slowed down because One Piece has joined the fight, and man,
I don't think One Piece joined the fight. I think One Piece has always been there.
Nah, bro. Like the stuff we were looking at last night, for example, the Treasure Booster Luffy. That was a 50-cent card, and now it's $20 to $25.
The crazy thing is that it was a 25-cent card in October.
Yeah, man. Like it's out of nowhere, and it's the Luffy cards. I mean, I told you this last night. I feel like Luffy's becoming like Hello Kitty or something like that, dude. Like it's just like all of a sudden everybody's like wanting all of these Luffy cards, and you're talking about the dumbest Luffy card, like red purple Luffy from the 3 caption structure deck. Yesterday, it hit a number of around $100.
Yeah,
for a leader that came from a structure deck.
Yeah, and
why?
then the alt art OP13 Carry On His Will Luffy, the one that is like a manga, but the background's not the manga.
Mm-hmm.
When I posted that in the chat, I was like, "Is this real?" I went online soon after that to double check, and sure enough, that number is real.
How much is it?
$250.
The one I have that I'm sending off.
Yeah. Wait, which one?
With that?
Yeah, is that one?
The alt art for
that one.
Oh my god!
It is that. Yeah, $250. I think people are just confusing it for the manga because it literally is the same exact art. Yeah. It looks sort of red. It's not fire red like the special red manga, but it has a little bit of a red tinge to it. Yeah. I think people are just confused. Collectors are confused by it, so they pumped it up.
I just think it's Luffy, man. I think every Luffy card right now is catching a small premium.
Yeah. Bless the Lord. I've been playing Luffy.
Yeah. Right.
I mean, look. It's to be said, like in the same vein as Pikachu, Charizard, and stuff. Those are the faces of Pokemon. Luffy is definitely the face.
Yeah, I mean, Luffy. All the Luffy cards, like the mangas, all of the Luffy mangas, the special mangas that have come out. I mean, I was having a discussion with one of my Pokebro friends the other day, and you know, he was kind of bitching about how his collector app is like it's just a decline. And, you know, I was just like, hey, man, you know, One Piece is just kind of taking that over right now. Yeah. You know, it's not to say that Pokemon's ever just going to like just lose its value all the way. That'll never happen. Pokemon is designed to continue in every generation. Yeah. It's every kid that is a kid knows about Pokemon, and that's just the way it is. It's like Disney, you know. Every kid that's born is going to know about Mickey Mouse and all that. They're going to fall in love with the character, and it'll be a part of their lives forever. Yeah. And you know,
it's kind of crazy to think about it. Like our age, we literally saw Pokemon come up from the moment of its inception, up to now. You know, which is crazy to me. I wish, like, you know, the only reason why I don't think I'm sitting on a gold mine is because of Hurricane Katrina back in 2005.
Yeah.
I lost all my Pokemon cards.
Me too.
And
man.
I had Charizard. I don't think I had a first edition holographic Charizard or anything, but I think at the time I was obsessed with I bought the first edition starter deck which had the Charizard and the Blastoise on it for red and blue, and I had I remember every birthday, Christmas, I was like begging my parents, please give me just that starter deck. I just wanted that starter deck.
Yeah.
And I had a bunch of it.
Well, I know for sure my binder that got destroyed in Katrina had 2 first ed Lugias in them.
Crazy.
A lot of first ed. A lot of first ed second gen. That was
that was when I got really into it, because
that was more of our generation, our age group.
Yeah, because I got really into then because I got the Typhlosion, and then I vividly remember the e-reader cards.
Yep.
I had a bunch of e-reader cards.
Yep.
And
I even had the Game Boy Advance attachment.
Yeah,
and everything too.
same.
Yeah,
and I remember dude, my e-reader cards were damaged beyond all hell. I was swiping. I was swiping.
And it was for no reason. It was for items or something like that.
Just for fun.
You didn't even get the Pokemon.
But they also have the Eon ticket too. You had to get the Eon ticket.
Yeah,
that was super cool.
Yeah.
But my collection for Pokemon would have been crazy right now if I didn't have Katrina happen.
Yeah, I think a lot. But honestly, I think that if Katrina never happened, we wouldn't even know each other.
That's true.
Yeah, you know what I mean. So
yeah,
everything happens for a reason.
Yeah, there's a butterfly effect for everything.
Logan Paul selling this card, it's going to happen for a reason. Will he be tied to the card for the rest of his life? Probably. You know what I mean? Probably. But I don't hate the guy because of Pokemon. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't hate the guy for Pokemon.
Yeah,
I hate the guy for other reasons.
Yeah, the other stuff that he's done in his life has been bad. I can't even sugarcoat it.
He's a toxic person.
Yeah, but it's just he's just playing the game, I guess, of America, and he's just
capitalism. Yeah,
he's winning, I guess, and that's just the whole thing about it. So we'll see. Hopefully, we'll have an update soon on what the card sells for, and who it actually goes to. I was a guy that actually just followed us on Instagram. I forgot his name, but he did an interview where potentially the card might be sold to someone in Australia. So it actually might leave the States. It might be in Australia, but we won't know until the auction actually happens. And when it does happen, we'll be here to let you guys know.
Yeah.
Yep. So before we get out of here, I want to tell you guys that it's glad to be back. You guys are looking as chipper as can be, I guess, and we're really excited about this, man. The TikTok is doing well. The Instagram, which we're now on Instagram, is doing well.
Yeah.
And I just feel like there is a lot that's going to come from Pop.1 Podcast this year. Just officially just making time for everything. Like I said, we started Pop.1 at a weird time to where it was like there was always something going on. But the thing is, we locked in every week, man. And if we continue this, we can be something so great. And shout out to the fans, man. I can legit say that we got fans. You know what I mean? Like sometimes I feel like, oh man, we're lacking this week. Where the dudes at? And they all show up every single time.
Yeah.
It's always the same people in the comments. They're telling us how much they love the show. They let us know when we mess up. You know what I mean? Which is a good thing. Let us know. But other than that, man, I think it's just a good thing, and I feel good about this good thing. What about you, Alex? How you feeling about Pop.1 Podcast?
Ask me next week.
He just got back from a wedding, everybody, so he's a little I don't
tired.
know. Yeah, he's tired.
Tired, yeah.
A little tired. You got any motivation for tonight, though?
No.
No. Okay.
Play
Up Luffy, huh? What about you, Brian?
Just 2026 seems to be is already starting off on a good note for Pop.1. I think, we are probably gonna be on Marty mode for all 2026, and I'm looking forward to it. I can't wait to manipulate some One Piece at locals. I can't wait to handle some cards and get business down. I love it.
Let's get it, man. My motivation would be, with this Logan Paul thing happening and with One Piece prices going how it is, man, stop pocket watching. just let people do their own thing. Like, you know what I mean? Like, don't, and I'm not saying like advise the scalping thing or anything like that, blah, blah, blah. But, you know, like if a card in somebody's binder that you've been looking at for a long time and now it's like $300 and you didn't want to buy it when it was $50, you know, don't be so hard on them, man. Let them make their money at the end of the day. It's just, it is what it is. I don't condone all this, by the way, but it is the world that we're living in. And it's a production of not only the scalpers and not only the collectors, but it's the players too, man. Like, you know what I mean? We're all involved in this. If you got a guy that's just like, if you don't play the card game and you open the packs for that card game, then you're just you're the scum of the earth. Don't listen to people like that. There's people that take it too far, man. Just because you sell some cards, man, you're not the devil. You're not, you know, you're not the reason that the world's going under. But if you're the guy at Walmart standing in line every morning just to put it at your flea market booth or post it all on eBay as soon as you get to your card, that's the problem. You know what I mean? You can't harp down on everybody because they sell a card. That's just, it is what it is. If I have a card right now, like Brian told me, that's like $250, I'm probably going to sell it so I can get some more One Piece, man. That's just what it is.
If you can find it.
Yeah, I know, right? Dude, I haven't opened One Piece since, well, actually Christmas. My brother-in-law came through. He got me some OP12. But I haven't opened since I pulled that manga, you know, 4 episodes ago. So it's been rough out here, guys. So stay vigilant, stay safe. Shout out our sponsors over at Dueling Guard. You can check them out down below. 15% off deck boxes, binders, anime art cards, playmats. They got it all. And
also ANGKOR GOODS.
You want me to do the ANGKOR GOODS today, man?
ANGKOR GOODS. Load up your leaders in style with our players' choices. Players' choice leaders.
Here's your new commercial, Kevin.
Yeah, shout out to Kevin, man. He came by last night, showed me the new Boa and Mihawk leader cases.
The Mihawk needs some work, but the Boa looks.
Yeah, they're so prototype right now. He wouldn't even let me show it on the live. But guys, it's going to be a good one. So go down below, check out our affiliate link for ANGKOR GOODS, the #1 leader loaders for One Piece card game. Oh, I saw the Riftbound one too.
Oh, the Riftbound one was great.
Yeah, I saw the Riftbound one too. So a lot of stuff's coming from Dueling Guard, from ANGKOR GOODS, and the Pop.1 Podcast this year, 2026, baby. Let's get it, dude. And we'll see you guys next week.
Peace.